The Business Review brings you top financial news, developments, influencing currencies, commodities, global commerce, tourism, and other economic events from around the globe.
Chinese President Xi Jinping said that China and Chile should carry forward their traditional pioneering spirit and usher in a more splendid era of their comprehensive strategic partnership. President Xi made the remarks in a telephone conversation with his Chilean counterpart Sebastian Pinera. President Xi pointed out that Chile is the first continental Latin American country to establish diplomatic relations with China, and the China-Chile relationship serves as a model of solidarity and win-win cooperation between China and Latin American countries. According to President Xi, since the beginning of this year, the two countries faced with the COVID-19 pandemic have joined hands to fight the coronavirus and tackle challenges, which has demonstrated the profound friendship between the people of the two countries that features solidarity and mutual support. The two sides, he suggested, need to take stock of the development of their relations since they established diplomatic ties 50 years ago, carry forward their tradition of daring to take the lead, and push forward their comprehensive strategic partnership into a more splendid era. President Xi stressed that China is fostering a new development pattern and promoting reform and opening up at a higher starting point, which will provide broader market and development opportunities for Chile and other countries around the world. He added that the two sides should enhance the synergy between their development strategies and fully unleash the upgrading potential of their free trade agreement. Pioneer, for his part, said that over the past 50 years of diplomatic relations, friendship between the two sides has become stronger. Their political mutual trust has been consolidated, and cooperation in various fields has achieved fruitful results. Chile appreciates the important strategic achievements China has made on such fronts as fighting COVID-19 and restoring economic growth, he said, adding that President Xi's recent announcement of China's new measures on its nationally determined contributions to address climate change has made new important contributions to the world. The Chilean president said he is confident that China's formulation and implementation of the 14th five-year plan will provide greater opportunities for Chile and the rest of the world. He said that Chile is willing to strengthen dialogue and cooperation with China, actively participate in cooperation under the Belt and Road Initiative, jointly safeguard a fair and free trade system, strengthen communication and coordination on major issues such as sustainable development on climate change, and work together to build a community with a shared future for mankind.
The World Health Organization is looking at new financial instruments to help to fill a $28 billion funding shortfall for tools to fight COVID-19. That was revealed by Bruce Aylward, a senior WHO advisor and its ACT coordinator, who said that new financing mechanisms, including concessional loans and catastrophe bonds, were discussed at a meeting of the ACT Facilitation Council, co-chaired by Norway and South Africa. The WHO and the Gavi Vaccine Alliance aim to provide poor and middle-income countries with tests, drugs, and vaccines through a fund known as Access to COVID-19 Tools, ACT, Accelerator, which was set up in April. Aylward said that the WHO and partners were in talks with Pfizer to include its vaccine as part of an early global rollout. He said he saw a strong commitment on the part of Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla to set prices at levels appropriate to poorer populations. Aylward expected some news on more manufacturers joining the list of providers to the COVAX vaccine facility in the coming weeks.
Skiers hit the slopes of Catalonia on December 14th for the first time this season after the Spanish region eased coronavirus restrictions that had prevented people leaving their home municipality. The important thing is to say that from today you can ski in Spain, said May P.S. Hispana, head of Spain's Winter Sports Federation. Spanish snow sports are embarking on what is doubtless going to be an excellent season. Skiing has become a continuous issue across Europe this winter, with countries including France, Germany, and Italy shuttering resorts to avoid a repeat of last season when stations became infection hotspots. Alongside Switzerland and Austria, Spain is one of the few European countries that is allowing its slopes to reopen at Catalonia's Baquira Beret, an upmarket resort favoured by the Spanish royal family. The first to arrive were greeted by blue skies and fresh snow. Perched in Catalonia's remote Aran Valley, just 10 kilometers from the border with France, Baquira is increasingly reliant on French tourism. But wary of sparking new COVID-19 outbreaks, France will make random checks to deter people from crossing the border to ski. Besides Baquira, Catalonia's publicly owned network of resorts also opened on Monday. At Masia, a small station popular with Barcelona residents, chairlifts were filling up, though the slopes looked far from reaching capacity. In the neighboring region of Aragon, ski resort operator Aramon said it planned to open its 4 stations from December 23rd, while Andalusia's Sierra Nevada opened on December 18th.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson will travel to India in January, his first bilateral visit since taking office, to try to strengthen trade and investment ties and work together on tackling climate change. India and Britain will also push negotiation on trade ties, their foreign ministers said after talks in New Delhi, as both countries seek to restart economies battered by the pandemic. His office and Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said the two countries also wanted to work together on defense and security. Earlier this year, India's trade minister said the country was open to engage with Britain on a preferential trade agreement, ultimately leading to a free trade agreement. India pulled out of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, an Asia-Pacific free trade agreement last year, due to fears over China's access to its markets. Britain is seeking fresh deals, having cited the freedom to strike bilateral agreements as a benefit of leaving the EU.
Leaders of protesting Indian farmers held on December 14th a one-day hunger strike against agricultural reforms they say threaten their livelihood, stepping up pressure on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government to withdraw the legislation. Protesters said that they want to give this message to the government that the one who feeds the country sits hungry because of their wrong policies. The legislation would deregulate agriculture in India and allow farmers to sell produce to buyers beyond government-regulated wholesale markets, where growers are assured a minimum price. Small growers fear that the changes will mean the end of price support for staples like wheat and rice, leaving them at the mercy of big business. The changes are part of Modi's liberalizing reforms. He has sought to allay concerns, telling farmers they will gain new rights and opportunities. However, 6 rounds of talks between government officials and farmers' union leaders have failed to resolve the issue.
This brings us to the end of this episode of Business Review. We hope to see you again tomorrow with news of stock markets, economic conferences, commodities, currencies, regional and international financial matters, and more.